Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. But listen to that. Nature is good. So, for years, I've gone hiking in the mountains. Now, obviously, I can't do a lot of hiking anymore. I have MS. But I used to go at least 4 times a year to Utah to hike. I love hiking in Utah. Utah is one of the most beautiful places on the planet. If you have not been, you should go. It is amazing. I used to go about 4 times a year, and I would always take a group of friends. And one of those times in the year, I would take a group of African American women, of black women, because black women uh, often are taking care of everybody else and they rarely get a chance, or my friends got a chance to go out in nature and just be. Also, because I used to love to see the looks of people's faces when they saw a group of black women hiking in Utah. Anyway, this one trip, one of the people at the last minute had something come up and she couldn't go. So I asked one of the women that was on the trip, who didn't know the other women on the trip, if she wanted to bring someone. That way she'd have somebody that she already knew. So she did. And when we landed, we were waiting for their flight. And she said, "Oh, we have to wait. My friend has to get her gear and she needs some assistance." And I'm like, "Assistance?" And she's like, "Well, yeah, she's had a battle with spinal cancer." Spinal cancer? I'm like, what part of a hiking trip do you not understand? So her friend came off the plane and she has the biggest, brightest smile you've ever seen. I mean, she is like glowing. She's got her walkers and all the stuff. And I'm like, man, I don't know how much hiking she's going to do, but she can fly. She's just a light. So every day we'd get up early to go hike. And every day she'd be out there to greet us on these hikes and to tell us that she would be praying for us and that she loved us. Every day we came back from the hike, she was out there greeting us every day. At the end of the week, I said, "You know what? I'm going to drive you up to the mountains, and there's a short trail. It's only 3 miles, but we're not going to do the whole 3 miles. And it's supposed to be an easy trail. I've never been on this trail. This trail is always closed. It's closed because it's where the animals go and hibernate and what have you. This is the one time that it's open that I've been out here, so I'm excited." So we go on the trail, and I said, "We're just going to go in six steps in. I'm going to take pictures of you from the waist up, and everybody's going to see you've been hiking. You get home, you tell people you went hiking." She's like, "I'll be there." I get out, and she's already there waiting for me. We drive up, and we go in on this trail, and we go a little ways in, and she goes, "I think I can keep going." I said, "Are you sure?" She said, "Well, if you go back and get my walkers and my sticks, then I think I can go a little further." I said, "Oh, okay." Went back to the car, got her stuff. We went a little further. It was Thanksgiving Day. We go a little further. We go a little further. We keep going. And she's like, "I think I can go further." And this trail, I realized, I don't know who classified it as easy. It wasn't easy. There was a lot of lava rocks, so it can get a little bit tricky. So some places we were going around the mountains and you had to like shimmy around the mountain. And so I would go around first and then come back and get her. I'd go. I said, "Do you think you can do this?" She says, "If you tell me I can do it, I'll do it." So I would go first and go, "I think you could do it," and come back and get her. There were other people out hiking and they were stopping us and they were like, "Oh my God, you guys, hey." And we were stopped to rest and sing. And the rangers came and they were telling us more about the trail. And at one point we were singing and they said where we were, there was a time they would take this girl who was a famous singer and they would take her up in the mountain and put her on the mountain and she would sing down to everyone right at the spot that we were at. I was like, what? So we kept going, and every time I go, she said, "If you can tell me I can make it, I'll go." And I would go around, go first, come back. You can do it. Go first. It took us like a 3 mile hike for me back then would have been a really short hike. Um, it took us all morning and into the afternoon. It took us, like a day hike. It was the most beautiful hike I've ever been on. There was one point she had on her skull cap because she had lost her hair to chemotherapy. And at one point she pulled that hat off and said, I don't need this hat. I'm beautiful. I can do anything. And we made it. And she did it. And people were stopping us and sharing with us and talking to us. And that Thanksgiving, I learned that true leadership is not telling people what they can do. It's showing them what they are capable of. My friend got home and found out that she had to have another surgery. The surgery was risky. And she found out afterwards that she would never walk again. I was pretty distraught about it. She said, why are you sad? Don't be sad. I had that hike. She flies and she soars. She's amazing. And we are capable of more than we know. We need guidance. We need guides along the way. We need guides who tell us the truth. We need guides who love us, who are certain of our abilities. And we need to get out in nature and listen. Just listen. To the gentle rain, to the birds, to the sound of our own tears. I love you.